Tony Doherty here for NPC News Online with six-time Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath, maybe soon to be seven-time. Phil, how you doing?
I'm feeling great. I can't wait.
The night before the show, you look excited.
Absolutely. I have a great reason to be. And, going for 7, tying the oak, you damn right I'm excited.
I know that's meant a lot to you for a long time, Arnold's record, just to be up there, to be in the same sort of stature as him in bodybuilding, means a whole lot to you.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we all got into the sport and was motivated by Arnold. So, when you walk down the street and someone asks, oh, do you compete? And you can say that you're Mr. Olympia, but then you also say that you tie Schwarzenegger for as many titles for Mr. Olympia. I think, it just solidifies your position as being one of the all-time greats.
Now, I've followed your progress all year as I do, and all of the bodybuilding world does, but I get to talk to you from time to time. You've seemed to be in a really, really good zone this year and to have learned a lot about your body. What's going on?
Last year, getting ready for the show, I realized that in order to get, positive results out of your body, you have to be positive and you have to remove negativity. So what I did was the last 2 weeks of the prep in 2016 was to get my team, my family, my friends, and explain to them exactly what I needed from them to create a positive environment. And we carried that same mantra into 2017. And it's paid dividends. When you have a team, everybody's got to be like links on a chain. So you can't have a weak link on the chain. Everybody's got to work in unison. Everybody's got a job to do. And they have to like it. If they don't like it, then they got to be gone. So, for me, I just learned a lot about, that process of being a leader, being a good communicator, but also knowing how to have fun with this. Because let's face it, I've been doing this for quite some time. And when you're winning, sometimes people say, oh, you may not be as hungry and this and that. And I tell them, I'm like, but when you're having fun, you are hungry, you are excited. And then when you see like other people competing and like the younger guys coming up and this and that, it kind of rejuvenates you a little bit. But I also picked up, I was watching like old school Arnold videos, like Total Rebuild and all that stuff, So just looking at that kind of reminded me, like, when I got into the sport, that's all it really was. It was like looking at Arnold and looking at Lee Haney and Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, like these guys, Dorian Yates. That's the level I'm at. Let's act like it every single day. Let's just be perfect every day. Let's just train with purpose. You talk about relentless momentum all the time. Yeah. Let's just start that shit right now, have fun, and nothing's going to stand in my way. And being a student of myself, I told you earlier.
Well, that's what gets interesting, because when you put yourself in a good place and you get your team right, and as I said, you build the chain and you start enjoying the process, that actually allows you then to learn your body and start doing things that maybe you wouldn't have the confidence or the time to do under any other circumstance. So the last few weeks, you said you've really found out a whole lot about your body and been able to tweak this thing right in.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's something that, I give a lot of credit to my trainer, Honey Rambot. We were able to, look at some things. And, look, I have pictures ever since I became a bodybuilder in October 8, 2002. So I kind of understand, like, how my body's evolved. So being able to look at all of that, I've journaled everything. From what I eat, what I trained, how I felt, and then just understand, like, okay, what worked in, okay, because we wanted to improve from last year. We came in really hard, grainy, dry, want to come in a little fuller. So I was like, okay, let's see what I've done with that. All right, well, that didn't work. Let's change this up. That didn't work.
It seemed this year that you didn't really get out of shape. I saw you guest pose in Pittsburgh and some other appearances you made around through the year. And you weren't far off for the whole year, which I think that's the first time I've seen you in this kind of shape that far out.
I think that's showing that I have true muscle maturity now, and I think that's really what it is. Before I didn't have, when I first came on the scene, I'd only been training for a couple of years. So now I've been training for a longer period of time. I got more muscle maturity, and I'm eating better, so even while on the road.
We're never getting out of shape. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly, because the last thing I want to be doing is doing 2 hours of cardio getting ready for the Olympia. That's just a pain in the ass.
Which in the early years, that's probably what you were doing.
And I had to do that because I didn't have the muscle. When I did my first pro show, I wasn't going to outsize anybody. When I did the New York Pro, I wasn't going to outsize anybody. I could have shape and conditioning. Now I have more muscle and shape and conditioning. That's hard to beat, and we've seen that. So
but when you're on, you pop, Phil. There's no question about it. When you walk out, I know within minutes, if you're on, because seconds, I should say, that you're on, because your body just pops. It's that whole walk, it's your swagger, it's the whole thing, and we can't wait to see that, what you unveil tomorrow night, going for your 7th Mr. Olympia.
Absolutely, and I just want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your ongoing support, not just for me, but for all the other athletes and all the other categories as well. This is a great sport. If you guys want to get involved in it, continue to watch these videos. talk to your local gym promoters and, contest promoters. The NPC, the IFBB, it helps change my life. I've been able to travel the world, meet a ton of people, live a more purpose-driven lifestyle, to be honest. And I learned a lot about who I am as a man. And not a lot of sports actually teach you that because, in bodybuilding, you're stripped of nutrients, So you start to see what type of person you are dealing with adversity and whatnot. So, I just encourage everybody to, try to live a little healthier. That's what Arnold was always preaching when I was a kid. He's always trying to live healthier.
But Arnold had great joy, and that's what you talked about tonight. You're actually enjoying it. And that's one thing Arnold always did, which I think you're doing now, and it's fantastic to see. So for you guys out there, don't just do it, but enjoy yourself while you do. We're out.
Yep.